guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a really basic video for you, and I wanted to do a video all about choosing the right foundation. I know loads of us find it a really difficult task to do, especially if you are a woman of color and you're really dark, or if you're like just brown sometimes, especially here in the UK, or if you're like super pale and you're like, I can't find anything to suit my skin. So I'm going to share some of my tips when it comes to picking and finding the right foundation. I'm going to let you know some of my favorite ones and some of the other ones I've seen on the market that could be quite nice. So I hope you enjoy and get comfortable. Okay, so number one, before you even buy a foundation, you need to kind of work out what is your tone. And tone is completely different to shade. Tone is whether or not you are warm, you are cool, or you are neutral. I think that I am relatively warm, so I can look a little bit orangey underneath, a little bit reddy as well sometimes. And I find that cooler foundations can make me look ashy. So you need to work out where you sit on that spectrum. If you're neutral, that's fine, but you might look a little bit better when you wear foundations that are a little bit redder, or you might look better when you wear foundations that are a little bit cooler. So take some time to work out what tone you are. So after that, you want to work out what your shade is. Now the best way to do that is take a good look at your skin. You got to take that makeup off and you need to have a look. And what you'll probably notice, or what I've noticed with my skin, is that I am multiple different shades, and that does not matter. Okay, we are not all one color. One part of my face is light skin, one part of my face is Lupita, one part of my face is, I don't know, like SpongeBob or something. So you need to basically look at the different parts of your face and choose a tone. I would always choose a tone that is the majority of my face. I have a dark area here, which a lot of people have. It's kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow. And then I also have like a halo that's darker around here, and then I have a lighter area there. So I choose to use my main foundation as my darkest tone, and then I just highlight with a concealer to just brighten up my middle area. The key thing about foundation is basically picking a color and making your skin look a little bit more even and flawless. Now, one of my favorite tricks when it comes to finding my foundation is trying 3 different colors. When I go to the makeup counter, I will look at the color that I think's my color. I'll look then for the color that's lighter than my color. I'll look for the color that's darker than my color, and I might try some of the cooler ones in between. Sometimes I might try 5 from the same brand, and I will literally put them on my hand, and I will go about my day. So usually I buy foundation when I'm going shopping, and I would go ahead and do my shop and then see how my makeup has changed. People say that foundations don't change color. They do, okay? All of them change color. So you're better off seeing which one fades or dries into the color that is more suitable for your skin tone. And you can come back and buy the foundation that looks best on you. Next, when it comes to picking the right foundation, is looking at your skin type really closely. There might be a foundation that everybody's talking about. Your skin type does not rock for that. If you are someone who is oily, something that is a dewy foundation or illuminating foundation is going to have you looking like an oil slick at the end of the day, no matter how much primer and milk of magnesia you put on your face. Okay, really do take into consideration your skin type. And if you're someone with dry, quite flaky skin, it's going to be really important for you to consider what you put on your face before you put on your foundation, and ensure that you don't go for foundations that are mattifying or very, very heavy, because they're going to probably stick to all your dry bits. So really look at the language that is on the bottle. For instance, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, okay? And I'm actually someone who's quite oily, but I love this foundation. I'll use a primer, but I know on a night out I'm not putting this foundation on because I will be glowing. I will be the disco ball at the party, okay? Next, when it comes to picking the right foundation, sometimes you are going to have to mix and blend to get the perfect color. Lots of people do this, pro makeup artists do this, and they just work with the different colors and they mix them in and they make their perfect shade. There is nothing wrong with that. Besides that, makeup is kind of expensive and you don't have to be buying 3 or 4 different foundations to get your perfect color, but sometimes you can do that to get what you need. So I'm going to talk through a couple of foundations that are my absolute favorite. So first things first is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Everyone loves this foundation. I see why. They have got literally every skin tone. The color 14 is literally like, it's literally me. Like, they got my skin and they're like, here Patricia, here's your skin. I'm sure you can see that on the back of my hand, and it is literally unparalleled in regards to the color match towards me. I just love this foundation. It is an illuminating foundation. I always use a primer because I do get oily all up and around here. I use the Insta Blur from the Body Shop. I love that, but it's a really nice and light foundation if you want it to look like it's your skin. Now, another foundation that's a bit more high-end or pricey that you guys know that I love is the Lancome 10 Idol 24 Hour. That foundation is also another one that's a favorite of mine, and that's the one where I did the whole testing of 3 different colors. I believe I'm wearing color 13, completely different to the Luminous Silk foundation in regards to the texture, but it's a really good high quality foundation and it gives you a really nice coverage. So this is the foundation that I would recommend most highly compared to all the other foundations I've just mentioned. It's the foundation I am wearing today, and it's the Be Even Oil Control Foundation, which is from Superdrug. This is a drugstore foundation, people. Hello. And it's so good. It's so good. It's so matte, number one, so matte. Nice coverage, and it's rich in color, and I believe they extended, I don't know if this is a new range or they extended the range, but they've got 3 colors in the darker spectrum that I can use, and they've got like, I think they've got 19 foundation colors or something along the lines. The foundation is great for multiple different skin tones. The coverage on it is amazing and it lasts all day. It's the one that I'm wearing now, and I'm wearing, I believe it's Mocha, the color 90. Oh, amazing. And do you know what makes it more amazing? This is $7.99. $7.99. Go buy your foundation, people. I'm such a salesperson. And other foundations I like are from Bobbi Brown. I think that if you are someone who is really warm in color or really red in color, I find that the Bobbi Browns are amazing. I used to use it, but I found that it was getting too red on me and it was a little bit too oily for me. But if you have dry skin, I would definitely recommend a Bobbi Brown foundation. And actually, I gave mine to my mum and it looks glorious on her. She looks fabulous in it. But I love their concealers as well. This is Chestnut as a concealer palette. This palette is the palette I use basically in every single tutorial I ever do. As you can see, it gets a lot of usage there as well. So guys, that is my video on foundations and picking the right foundation for yourself and some of my favorites. I hope you found that helpful, and do let me know if you have any other beauty questions and stuff. We are all, you know, on a journey together. I am not a makeup artist. I'm just an everyday girl who likes to look kind of good once in a while. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.